All right. Glad you're joining me. If you're just getting in, we're going to jump into the Bitcoin chart and see what's going on. We got a dump that was not expected for sure, at least that far deep. That deep. Blew right through support. Yeah, there we go. We got good sound, good video. There we go. All right. Let me know when you get in, and we'll take a peek at the TA here. What's up, Thomas? Hey, GG. Ahmed. Hey, Raid. Emery. What's up? Well, we're going to look and see what this is. Obviously, still the Z wave is still on the table, but want to consider some other things as well. Um, what's up, Aaron? Hey, James. Some guys. All right. Well, we got about 24 of you in here. Let me just jump in. I didn't feel like making a video. I just thought I'd do a live with you. I haven't even been to work today. I took the day off to kind of nurse these charts here, see if I can provide some trading support and information to you guys as well. Yeah, so looking for really, man, looking for that 7850, region to hold. Uh, worst case scenario, even 7700 at that, the very bottom tips here. But really, really lots of support there at the 7850 region, and just didn't get any kind of action there at all. Um, the wave was looking, as I mentioned yesterday, making the case that it was looking really done in there, but it turned out to be only an ABC correction, and then obviously we got the tank. Hindsight, let me just show you something, guys, on the chart that you should do always. Okay, always do this on your charts if you're watching it. Let me just go to the 1 hour. It's the easiest to see. Um, always, always, always do this. So whenever you see a flag being formed, um, right, see this flag here. Now we had a break to the upside, then we came straight down and we broke it. Okay. Then often we'll come back and test it right there. That's a good entry for, especially if you get a bounce off of it. It's a good entry for a short potentially. Here's another one that was kind of formed as well. Just kind of, even if you just take the major structure there, hindsight's often easy to see, but you can even right there, you draw that line right there on those wicks there. Once you got that break, okay, there's a good short there. And so last night, we got that right there, got that break right there. But wow, I was like, okay, yeah, we'll get it. We'll get a fifth wave down, and then kind of come down, and we really kind of finished five waves right here at the $7,800 region, but they just decided to take it on down, take it on down. So anyway, draw those lines on as the market's being made on the 1 hour chart, something like that, and then watch price as it approaches that. Once you get a break and a retest of it. You don't always get the retest, so be careful. But especially on the 1 hour, but once you get a break of that, then you really, really consider where you're going and what you're doing there. All right, so we always want to learn and continue growing, right? Sorry. So that's something to do, just to eyeball that for you. Let's take a peek at the fibs here and talk about the scenarios I'm seeing on the table here. Okay, and I'll get the chat in just a minute, guys. If we take the extension from the first two waves there, what we have is, um, did I get it right on the tick? We have a wave that has not even touched the 1618. Okay, not even touched it. So the question becomes, is this still a WXY correction, a three-wave correction, or has it become an impulse wave? The problem I'm having with the impulse wave is that, I mean, certainly there are impulse waves within it, no doubt, but the major structure is corrective in nature, um, obviously. So if we just kind of go back, let me just kind of go back here and just talk about all I'm doing is just talking about the obvious and what we know, to rehash what we know, so we can. So okay, with this new information, what are we going to do with it? Okay, so um, the we in corrections, okay guys, there's up and down, and there's drastic oscillation. Okay, there's oscillation everywhere. So this is to be expected. I mean, just look at this oscillation. Okay, just oscillating back and forth, and then I feel good that that my understanding of this wave was corrective, and not everybody was calling for this to be a reversal area. I've been one of the ones saying no, that's a expanded flat. But I was really expecting a move to the upside, right around this region. It made a lot of sense to me, and I traded it that way, and lost that trade for sure. So we, as traders, we win them, we lose them, right? So we understand the risks of this market for sure. So yeah, this went deeper. Now the question becomes now, okay, and this is part of the game. Has that changed the count completely, or is it just a deeper wave than we expected? Um, here, one of the reasons why I liked this region of 7850 is because we had we had support over here, and we had the 127 fib. It, like I said, it didn't even stop there. It didn't even stop there at all. And so at the end of the day, now we haven't reached the 1618, so we have to be on guard for that, guys. We have to be on guard for another push to the downside. So this could become an impulsive five-wave move. Okay, now, I don't feel that that's likely based upon the structure of the individual waves as we've made them. Everything is so three-wave-ish in there, but it's so choppy and really, really hard to understand. But I want to be on guard at least for another push to the downside, before we get a reversal back. We might not get that. We might get a reversal back. So this could be just a large three-wave structure. Okay, like that. We've come and haven't quite even tagged the 1618 extension of this first wave. Okay, we've taken quite a long time here. Okay, if it becomes an impulse wave, we may have to get another push to the downside, then a three-wave pullback, or some kind of a sideways oscillation four-wave. Okay, and then a fifth wave, and that would become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I don't like that a lot, but that would be a five-wave impulse. Then we would be looking for a three-wave pullback, and then another five-wave impulse to the downside. Okay, possibility there. So I want you to be aware of that. Now, looking at this wave structure, the question is, does it support it? Does it support it? Well, I mean, um, you've got to, guys, the difficulty here is you've got to be able to count this as five waves. And I have a very choppy count of that particular wave as five waves for an impulse. But there's just so many waves in here that you cannot count five waves. It all looks corrective. It looks corrective in nature. So it makes more sense to me, guys, that we've probably found a bottom down here, that we're going to have a reversal wave to the upside. Just looking at the structure, looking at the clues of the structure. I'm not here to tell you that I know what's going to happen. I'm just analyzing the essence of what we have here and saying, okay, what does it look like? What do the wave structures appear to be? Are they 3 waves or are they 5 waves? And that makes a difference. And for me, one of the most telling waves and the difficult waves is this one right there. There's just no way to construe that as an impulse 5-wave move. It is a it just it cannot be. Now, is this a triangle in here still? Okay, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we got the impulse off of that 1, 2, and let's see what that would be. So if this is the 1 wave of this C leg, if it's a C leg, where's the 3618? We didn't come and touch any fib at all. I don't like that delineation there. I don't like that. Just we blew through the 1618 without any kind of bounce at all. It doesn't make sense. So that usually when you don't see the bounces off of fib levels, when you pull them, then your fibs are pulled from the wrong location. So yeah, let's see. Let me just kind of get that off the screen. So it makes sense to me that we've got just this deep, A, B, C structure, and this is 1, 2. Where's 3? See, that's the hard part. Or it's a WXY where this is A, B, and C. Let's see what that looks like here. If I just pull the fibs right here. See, we had a bounce off the 1618 right there. That makes a lot more sense there. So if that's an A wave and then that's a B wave. But again, that would have to be a 5-wave structure. We'd have to somehow figure that out to be a 5-wave structure. And it's just really, golly day. Doesn't even make sense. Guys, you guys are slamming the chat. I'm sorry about that. I'm just I'm kind of ignoring you. I apologize. I will go through it and do my best to answer your questions and look at everybody's opinions. Everybody's got opinions here for sure. Oh, man. Let's see. So, yeah, this is the structure here of the waves is, how do you make sense of it all? There is a possibility here that this is a 1, 2, that's 3. Yeah, I already said that I don't like that. We just got no 4-wave at all. Just crazy, man. Crazy. All right, so those are some thoughts here. So if we've bottomed here, maybe even come to the end of a 3rd wave, okay? So if this is some kind of an A, B, and now we're getting a C wave, we need 5 waves in it, okay? And so, but, it would just be too deep. It would just be too deep. It would seem to me. Going back, just thinking about other dumps that we've had here, a similar dump that we've had right here, we did have some sideways chop, and then we made our way back up. If we did something similar, okay, if we were making our way back up, that's proportional, so to speak. It doesn't mean it's going to happen again. It just means that, whenever we get these large moves, you can see how proportional. This this wave took forever to create, right? I mean, it just took a really long time. But when you just measure that wave, it's one of the largest waves on the screen. There's no doubt about that. But it came down in such a way that it was just. It's almost like we were shorting it, and I was shorting the whole way, but except all the way down to 8100 for me. I missed the last third, missed the extension for sure. But if you just compare this wave, it's and price, it kind of measures right there a little bit. So these waves are a little bit bigger for sure. It compares to that leg. It compares to this leg. Obviously, it compares, to that because we've come down 100% almost. So, yeah. So the big question mark again is: are we going to go any deeper? Any deeper? So if this is a 1-2 wave and then we're going to get a third wave, guys, again, I'm not a big fan of the wave structure to do that, but if it does that, are we at the finish? Do we need one more push down? Are we going to get something like this? Are we going to get that? And then if we get that, that could be finished, guys. And let me talk to you about another count that has been kind of kicked around here that I want to consider here. That we actually have let's see, a 1, 2, 3. Come on. This is actually WX. I mean, W. That's X. And now we're getting the Y wave like that. And so what you've got in that scenario is a 3-wave structure right there, a 3-wave X, and now we could be in the middle of 5 waves here, and then gonna get a 3-wave, and then another 5 waves down. Okay, that's that's really bare, guys, really really bare. But that's of course similar. I think the WXYXZ is a little bit. What do you say? It's actually a little less bare than that, which is my count up to this point. So yeah, that's a really a possibility. Okay, so understand that. Where would that put price? Let me zoom out just a little bit more on the 6-hour chart here. Where would that put price? I mean, the one-to-one extension is 4,000. Let's change it to log scale. See what we got. 58. So on log, it's a little different. And then we've got 49.79 there. All right, let's do one more thing, and then I'm going to check your chat here. Let's zoom in to the 15-minute chart here. And let's just see what this wave is doing right here. I'm actually going to go to the 3-minute, and because I just want to see what this structure is here. Are there any clues for where it might be going? We did come all the way back up here very quick in a wick. Okay, so what we have now is I don't know how to interpret this wick in light of this, or this in light of that. Here, let me. Sorry guys, my phone's just going off here. There we go. Okay. So I guess what's going on in here. I'm not exactly sure. But here's what I see here. I've got a 3-wave right there. That looks like a 3-wave to me. Okay. This wave, on the 3-minute time frame is it's hard to see 3 waves there, but let's just assume it is. So we got a 3-wave, 3-wave, 3-wave. Let's just run the fibs on that and see what happens. I already did. I know it comes to the 1-to-1. We had a bounce directly off the 1-to-1 extension right there. Now, if that's a corrective wave, what is this right here? Is that a 3-wave structure? Certainly looks like it there. But whenever you get the straight up movements, it's hard to just like, where are the subwaves there? How do you count them? How do you even account for them? So it's very difficult there. So let's just say though, let's just plan for an up movement. If we get an up move that breaks this high right there, guys, if we throw the fibs on the move, I'm going to exclude the wick there, and if it doesn't make any more lows here, the 1-to-1 extension is 78. Well, this is log scale. Let me get off a log. There we go. The 1-to-1 extension is 78.35. 786 is 77.77. Excuse me. So a 1-to-1 gets us up here. Okay. Now what would that be? If this is some kind of a third wave, this could be a fourth wave coming up maybe, and they generally retrace, um, to the 382 retracement level. So let me. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with my time frames here. There we go. If we get a retrace of this third wave here, if that is a third wave, 8227 is like the 382. There's a little bit of structure there. I don't like it. 8200 right there. 50% of just this wave here is 8473. Not certain that's correct. A correct way to look at it based on wave structure. That wick up here is awful perplexing for sure. Let's see if there's any kind of way to interpret that to the downside. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. So I'd like to see this bounce continue on. If it comes down and makes a lower low, we need it to stop. Where do we need that to stop to be corrective? 7,500 is the next support region. Then 7,464 it becomes kind of impulsive. So as long as we kind of continue bouncing from here, guys, and to the upside, then we have a good shot of getting up here to the $7,700 region and higher. Potentially. So we'll have to wait and see what the structure looks like as this comes on up. So, yeah. All right. I've ignored you long enough. Let me take a peek at the chat here. Whoa, man, you guys have been talking. Nick O'Donnell, I see you everywhere. All right. What's up, Frank? What's up, Max? Nick O'Donnell, you got a big question. All right, buddy. This is a good time to buy. Yeah, I can't give that kind of financial advice, buddy, or time to sell. I can only show you what I think the market's doing. You're going to have to make your own decisions there, man. Uh, yeah, I was calling for a Nick. I was calling for a bounce for sure, but if you'll watch yesterday's video, I said we could be going down to 78.50. That there was a good likelihood that the bottom was in, but there's also watch out for the fact that we could be going to 78.50. So yeah. Now whether I nailed it or not, I didn't nail this entire bottom. I was looking at for 78.50, but I didn't see 7,300 in the cards. I really didn't. So I mean I didn't nail it in that case for sure. Just looking at let's see, you're at 49 and okay. Aaron's asking, is it possible that from 10K pump, this is the second wave of a correction? Should be going up for a large third wave until the end of the year. Yeah, no, I don't think it's a second wave. Though I do believe so. It wouldn't be a second wave, Aaron. So Aaron's question is, um, let's zoom out. the way I look at this market, guys, is that this wave right here is a self-contained wave right there. So in other words, that's a finished, all this wave right here goes together. All of that. That's an expanded flat wave, and that is the way that wave is delineated. Okay, that means this wave is a new move to the downside. Okay, which I have been calling for quite a while. Now, as this thing came down, the way the structure was, I said, every day it's very, very hard to understand what's going on here, and I was doing my best to get it. I think, I think I'm learning something here. Just when I've got a wave that I don't get, because it happened to me right here as well. When I have a wave that I don't get, that I'm having a hard time making sense of. I need to be ready for some kind of. I probably just need to be out of the market, but ready for some kind of really, really difficult move to come, because the clarity isn't there, and the market makers intended that to be so. But anyway, this move right here is self-contained, so that means this wave right here, right there, starting at the top of 10K, is the beginning of a new move. Now, the big question mark, guys, just so you understand from Elliott Wave perspective, is this going to be a 3-wave move, or is it going to be a 5-wave move? Okay, that's the big question. And right now the fibs are leaning to a 3-wave move, but we have to understand that we could make a lower low, and that would kind of lean us to a 5-wave move. But my only problem with the 5-wave move is the wave structure of these waves as it was coming down. It feels more 3-wave-ish to me, but I can't be definitive on that until the market does what it's going to do. But anyway, so is this a 3-wave and we're done and going up for 3 waves, which is what I've been calling for? But I was calling for, right here, a nice move to the upside here. Okay, we came down lower, retested this region right here, the ultimate support. We did bounce. Okay, we did bounce. We didn't break this low. Okay, so we did bounce. This is more than 90% move for sure. But anyway, if we get a bounce here, is it going to be a 3-wave? Are we going to get an impulse off of that to the upside? Are we just going to get a smaller 4-wave or something like that, and then another 5-wave to the downside? What's coming here? Is it going to be a 5-wave? Or is this a 3? So that's the big question, and I can't answer that. I can only show you what the structure is and what that structure means as far as where it fits within a 3-wave or a 5-wave. So so no, I don't believe this is some kind of a 2-wave and then we're going up for 3. I don't think that's the case, and the reason I don't think that is because I believe that this is all one structure right here. Now, I would have to be wrong on that in order for this to be a 1-2-wave, because the 2-wave has not been invalidated yet. Okay, it could be, and we could be shooting the moon. I doubt it, but we're supposed to feel this way, right? We're supposed to feel this way. That's what the market. If the market makers are going to buy, you have to be in selling mode. You have to be in bear mode. Okay, so remember that. Now they could be methodically selling. Obviously, they sent this candle up and they put everybody in bull mode, and so they've been selling into those buys systematically, which makes more sense to me. And so really, they've been actually, but again, this was losing steam. The RSI was oversold. Right here, we had some divergence even, and so especially on the 4-hour, I believe we had nice divergence there on the 4-hour. Between, let's see, no, it was a 2-hour. Maybe I can't remember where. This divergence got wiped out. We had divergence here up to this point right here. Right. Yeah, we had divergence on this leg, but the divergence got wiped out, right? And so, so now actually we don't have any divergence on the bottom end, which I would like to see some divergence for sure. So that implies, guys, we could be having another move to the downside coming. So let's see. Yeah, Aaron, that 10K pump wasn't a 2-wave either, in my opinion. Cool. Cool. K4 Liberty. I like Sin Crypto a lot. I like his perspective. We have a similar perspective on a lot of things. Um, yeah, Nick. Yeah, I was pretty confident for a bounce, but I say every video, you know, don't bet on my confidence. I said that yesterday. Um, this is a market we're all trying to navigate through. Um, so yeah, I've held bad trades for weeks, you know, that I didn't stop out. I've held them, and they come back because the market does come back. And so, I mean, just go back to the chart. Every time the market comes out, you may have to hold it for a couple of weeks, but the market will be back, and eventually, basically, that's like making the perfect trade off the bottom. So it just depends on how you want to play it. You can hold it. You can pick a good high probability area. You can set a stop and move on, or you can hold it, which doesn't matter. I'm just reading the chat, guys. Sorry. Emery, I kind of agree. I follow Bitcoin to trade Litecoin and Ethereum, but I also trade those other charts as well. I look I look for a correlation between. I use heavy correlation. Let's see. What's up, Gerard? Be more enthusiastic, Nick. I'm doing my best, buddy. Jan, 1-2 isn't negated technically, but I'm not. I don't think that's a 1-2. I never have thought that's a 1-2. Sorry, I'm just. You guys are just rocking the chat. It wouldn't be a flat in my opinion. And the reason I don't think it's a flat here is because this is a 5 wave move right here, guys. So a flat starts with 3 waves, then 3 waves, and then 5 waves. So yeah, I don't think it's a flat. So what Robert is suggesting is that we have this. And GG, I will get to your setups, but I didn't see anything in the chat where you shared setups. Yeah, I don't do that, Nick. I don't. I'm not a moon boy. I've been bear for so long. I mean, the fact that I would actually turn bull is surprising to me sometimes. But I was pretty convinced of a move. All right, I think I've caught up with the chat there. Sorry about that. All right, so GG, I didn't see any setups. Um, they didn't come through on my end in the chat. So if you posted, YouTube might have what do you call it? They might have um, uh, filtered them. No, I'm just tired, man. I'm just tired. Depressed. Uh, depressed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm depressed. I missed a $500 drop. Sure. You know, I don't want to wait out a bad position. Who likes to do that, right? Who likes to do that? Also, just sleep deprived, guys. I hate trading the crypto market. I love the Forex so much better. Forex is better in a lot of ways. I mean, they're just the moves are more predictable, and as far as timing is concerned, and be trading for a couple hours and go to bed. With Bitcoin, you got to be up at all hours of the night sometimes waiting for a move, and it's just crazy sometimes. It's a hard market, and there's never ending. It's just never ending. There's never a break. There's never, okay, everybody, stop trading Bitcoin for a little while. We'll come back next week. Forex, you get a break every weekend. So, there's a lot of benefit to trading the Forex, but yeah, yeah, we often get H's, but be careful. I mean, if we get enough buyers in here, pushing it up, then it might take it up quick. You never know. But yeah, we often will get this little H shape. Um, sometimes it'll make a lower low and then go up, or it won't. It won't, and it'll continue up. You see those H shapes all over the place, um, all over the place. See right here. Okay, I mean it's all through here. You see this little H here. You're gonna move up. So yeah, we don't get these huge moves, and they don't last forever. We're going to get some kind of bounce, but how that looks and what that's going to look like for sure, I'm not certain at all. But just be ready. My inclination is that we are. My final thoughts here, I guess, to just give you some final thoughts, is that we have an ABC of some kind, or WXY of some kind, and that we have not made it to the 1618. We're going to see another three-wave move to the upside, but I'm being on guard. This thing is going to consolidate, guys. This thing is not just going to, come on down straight. I wouldn't imagine it would. At least I think we're going to have some hours and even a couple of days of consolidation, just kind of sideways movement. At least a couple of hours, couple of days. I'm not sure, but anyway, we're going to see some consolidation to the side here, but before we even get a definitive move up or a definitive move down. But you got to be on guard and watch the price structure, and as the market's being made, guys, I'll do my best to show you the structures that I'm seeing. But again, I just want to just always remind you guys, always, 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 and I said this before. When I missed this pump to the upside. I missed it in hindsight, and I was like, yeah, I should have seen it, right? I did not miss this pump to the downside. I was thinking we would be stopping around 78.50. I really thought the structure zone was going to hold. Um, I guess the only thing I could have done better is just be more adamant about, hey guys, we could come down here, so be aware of that possibility. And I mean, I did say, if you go back and watch my videos, I did say that the ultimate hold is going to be down here at 7,300. So I mean, these are things that are said. It's just, what do you want to listen to? What do you tune into, and do you watch the whole video to catch it all too? So that's all there is. I always like everybody to do well. And so if people are not doing well around me, then yeah, I'm sad about it a little bit. I want you to do really well. I want this to be a celebration of, hey, we nailed this, and everybody traded it perfectly. But yeah, this is a hard one. This is a hard move. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. What's up, Terry? How's it going, buddy? Yep. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Um, yes, there are tradable markets that allow for sleep. Isn't that amazing? Um, Crypto Hippo did Gerard Crypto Hippo did um, a nice video the other day on log, and he recommended whenever the price movement that you're looking at on the chart is greater than $6,000. I'm not sure where he got that number, except maybe just by experience looking at the chart and playing with it. But generally, the general rule that I've always gone by for log scale is when you're looking at a big picture, broad picture, over months, right? Larger time frames is what we're talking about when you're stepping back and looking at larger time frames. Um, the daily chart for sure, right? The daily chart, or when you're zoomed out enough to see. you can use log scale. Um, it really puts things in a little bit better perspective as far as the way the waves form together. And I understand what log scale does. However, what I don't understand is why the fibs are different, why the fib relationships are different. And that's the thing I shared the other day in the video. If anybody knows that, I don't know why the fib relationships become different in log scale. And if anybody has that information, that understanding, that'd be good to know. That'd be good to know. Hey Matt, thanks, buddy. Thanks for that little gift. I appreciate that. It's very great. I'm very grateful of that. Thank you, buddy. Um, Nick, I'm not sure what you're saying, bro. What's up, Mike? Let me just speak to Nick. Nick, let me just speak to your comment, man. I'm not mad about it at all. Let me just explain what I said. So when I say what's possible and what I think, those are obviously two different things. And I shared what was possible. Yesterday's video title explains it. It's highly likely that, I mean, let's just look at the video. Highly likely the bottom is in, but watch out for this. And you had to watch the video to find out. It was a little suspenseful, title, but it was designed that way. What am I supposed to watch out for? Watch out for a lower low. I mean, I was looking at the evidence I had yesterday during the time I had the video, and it was looking very, very good to the upside. Very good to the upside. I liked it for a lot of reasons, and I shared those reasons. At the end of the day, the market decided those reasons weren't good enough. And once we got more information, I mean, it came down. Um, I make a video every day, and I can only analyze what's given. So uh, anyway, I mean, that's all I can do. And if you expect me to be right in what I think all the time, you're misunderstanding the channel. I mean, I tell you all the time I could be wrong. All the time. I say it over and over and over. I'm simply sharing what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking. You have to understand that what Jim sees and what he thinks is what he sees and what he thinks. And any analyst you listen to, it's what they see and it's what they think. And all we're trying to do as a community of traders, guys, is to understand what we see, trying to make sense of it, and make a prediction so we can trade and then manage our risk. That's the big deal. Manage our risk in the long run. For me, I have a high risk tolerance. I'm able to hold a trade. I don't use market stops much. Personally, those stops are important, but I don't use market stops a whole lot. What I do instead is I manually stop my trades out when I'm uncomfortable. And I wasn't really uncomfortable, and I'm really not super uncomfortable right now and where I am. Um, the market does, when I say the market always comes back, it really does, especially in corrections. It oscillates back and forth. And my position is not so bad that I think that I have no chance of getting my position back. I'm not worried about it. I'm really not. But that's me. That's where I am. That's my psychology. That's where I've grown to as a trader, and that's my style. And so that's just who I am. But and again, I just want to clarify that for you guys who watch my videos, um, that I try to be really, really, really clear, and I've always been on the up and up. I'm not trying to tell you guys that I'm some, you know, what's the word? Omniscient, prophet that knows what's going to happen. All I can do is I take a tool that I have in my arsenal, Elliott wave theory, and I know it pretty well. I'm even growing in that application and knowledge of it. and I'm listening to other traders who know it better, and reading and always growing in my application of Elliott wave theory. And that's why we trade in a community. That's why there's several of us on YouTube. You got Sin Crypto, you've got Crypto Hippo, you've got Iman's Crypto Elliott Wave. Okay. And so we're all together in a community, and we're all looking. And so you should really watch us all, right? And hear how each of us think. We can all add something to that community. But you have to hold what everybody believes at a distance. And you say, okay, that could be, and then you have to decide. But what if it's not? Am I prepared for what if it's not? And what's my plan for if it's not? And I say that so many times in the videos. So let me just remind you that. Okay. I'm not stressed, Gerard. I'm just trying to help. Uh, I'm just trying to help everybody understand what I'm doing, because I don't want anybody to misunderstand what I'm doing here. Um, that's the last thing in the world. Steve, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I'm personally really cool with where we are. I mean, my trade setup is still valid. I Yeah. Do I wish I would have caught that move, that extended wave? Yeah, man. I would have been. That would have been nice. I should have caught it. I didn't catch it. I should have at the break right there. I mean, hindsight. At the break right there, go short or cut the trade or whatever. What it is, what it is, right? So yeah, I'm really okay. I feel like I need to. I want to some of the comments, particularly Nick. I don't know if I misunderstood you or not, but basically, I think my count is right, but till it's wrong. The count's right until it's wrong, and it's got an invalidation point, and um, you know, I just want to make sure that everybody's clear as to what I'm doing on this channel and what I'm sharing with you guys, and that you guys aren't blindly trading the information that you get, that you're taking the information and applying it to your thinking, and then testing everything. There's a cool Bible verse. It says, "Prove all things and hold fast to that which is good." So prove it. Prove all things. Hold fast to that which is good. All right. So yeah, that's just basically. So I mean, well, here's the deal. Okay, let's talk about that, Nick. Great question. Thank you, buddy, for asking that good question. Let's talk about what I've just shared here, and in this particular count. Let's zoom out. Let me go down to let me go to the daily here. Okay, I'm gonna clear everything off here. Get rid of my alerts here because they're bothering me. By the way, when I say I don't use stops, I use alerts instead. I set alerts where before where I put my stop. So I'll set an alert to let me know that price is approaching where I would stop it out, and then I use wave structure to determine if I want to cut that trade or not, or do I keep it. And this one I kept. All right. All right. Now, what are we looking at here? Number one here, guys. So the big count here is this, you know, W, X, Y, X, and Z. That's what I've been operating on. Iman made a good video on Crypto Elliott Wave on his yesterday and challenged that because he's saying that these X's are too deep. And so you should watch his video from yesterday if you want to. He challenges the notion that this is WXYXZ, and he says they're very rare, and if you're predicting one, you're usually wrong. Now, Iman's been trading a long time, and he knows Elliott Wave back and forth like the back of his hand. So it doesn't make him, God or anything. It just makes him another guy in the space to listen to. So I'd recommend his website, his channel. It's called Crypto Elliott Wave. But that being said, so he made some points here about WXYXZ that I was unaware of, that I have to look into, that I'm going to consider. But that being said, if this is a WXYXZ, WXYXZ, and I like it like that personally, but if that's not the case, if that is the case, let's just talk about that. Then this needs to be a three. Then this structure right here needs to be a three wave. Okay, every other structure is three waves. You see that three wave? Okay, we got a three wave in there. We got a three wave here. We got a three wave here. So now we need a three wave. Okay, just the depth of this wave came down so deep, and so it's got everybody, even me, questioning. Okay, what is the structure happening here? What's gonna happen next? Okay, I still believe we get a major pullback, guys. I'm still holding my trade. I still think personally, I believe we're gonna get some kind of three-way pullback. I would imagine it would be about 50% at least of that entire move. If that move is finished, 50% puts us up in the $9,000 region. 89 depends on if my fibs are right on, but $8,900 or so. If you want to get up to about 9,500, you get up to the golden zone right there. So that's a possibility. So if we're going to get a three-wave move, boom, 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 like that, then I expect it might do something like that. And that's what I've been planning on and saying that's what I've been thinking is going to happen. Now, this wave went awful deep, right? It went awful deep. I'm the idea that people have that this is a one and that's a two wave and then we're going to get a big three wave, that's not out of the question right now. That's not invalidated yet. When does that become invalidated? That count becomes invalidated the moment we break the low. So that line of death would invalidate it. But if we go up from here, guys, we still could be mooning from here. And if that's the case, I've got a great position. I mean, I was only $400, $500 was six. I got it at 8,100. So I'm off the bottom. $600? I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a big deal for where we're going. When you're trading larger time frames, right? And I try to trade the larger time frames. I was short from $9,600 all the way down to $8,100. Actually, I got out at 86 and got back in at 87, and then shorted it to 81, and then got out again, and went long. I just reversed the trade there. Felt pretty good about my position. I liked it, and that's what I did. So anyway, when does this thing become invalidated? Well, I mean, it really doesn't become invalidated until it's not. What we're looking for here, and what we talked about earlier, is that are we going to get a five-wave move like this? If we get that, that means the Z, if it is correct, and it may not be, the Z is extended, and so we get a three-wave up like that, and then we get a five-wave down to like that. So this would be a 5, 3, 5. Awful big for me, for sure. Look, compared to all these waves here, guys, all these waves, that just seems really big to me. It doesn't seem proportional. It breaks a proportionality rule. So, So anyway, so the question is, how is this going to come down? Now, so the 1-2 is invalidated easily at the break of this low. Okay. Um, the If this is actually just a big WXY, this is a W. Come on, which I shared this at the beginning of the thing. If this is the W is down here, this is X, and then we're getting Y. Okay, that Y needs to be three waves. Okay, and that even makes the case again that you know we need three waves here. But are we going to get five waves? Or are we going to get three waves? Well, just look at all the structures here, guys. Just look at the structure that we've gotten overall. I mean, just take a peek here at the previous structures. We just got three wave to death. Why should it change? Three wave, okay, three wave, three wave, three wave. I'm thinking this is close to finished. And we're going to get some kind of a corrective move to maybe $8,900. Are we on fib or log? I'm on regular. Okay. Not fib, but regular or log. So, yeah, I mean, I'm still seeing a wave to the upside and then a good short opportunity to finish that thing. So personally, I'm looking for a move to the upside. Now, again, the big question mark I shared at the beginning of the live stream was that what is the nature of all? Come on, I need to be on a smaller time frame. I apologize. And I'm repeating this just for those of you who are just tuning in and to reiterate what I've already said. Is this going to be five waves? If it is, we got more downside in this wave to come. Okay, we haven't even hit the 1618 yet. But it's a good reversal zone if it's just a three wave. If this is just a three wave, then it's a fantastic reversal zone. We should see a move start working over the next days, several days, moving in onto the upside. So, yeah, that. So if it's not a three wave, it'll be a five wave that moves on down. If it makes another low, good likelihood we're going to have a pullback and then a fifth wave to the downside. The structure for me supports more three wave than five wave. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong. Often am wrong. So what I think isn't what you should trade. I've given you the possibilities. Now you have to watch for what's going on and say, okay, this could happen and this could happen. So let me watch what's going on and then find the area. Once it's confirmed what's happening, then find the area that becomes where you want to trade it. Okay? All right, let me see. Eat the watermelon, spit out the seeds. Love it, K4. All right. All right, y'all. Well, there you go. I just wanted to provide you with some thinking, some thoughts. All I've got for you is Elliott Wave mindset. Plus, we look at support and resistance, obviously, and we in Fibonacci levels, and use that in conjunction with each other. Other guys are big MA moving average guys. I'm not a big moving average guy. That's not wrong. I just don't gravitate to them a whole lot. I do fairly well without them, but there again, they're not bad. But you can get that information on other channels for sure. So yeah, we all have something to add in the space. Hope those are some helpful thoughts to you. Litecoin guys is looking like you're getting a little bit of a pump, and that's good news for you. Ethereum. It's already hit the 1276, and it has not come to the 1618. So we're all the charts are at good bounce regions for three wave structures. Okay, if they're three wave structures, we're all at good bounce regions for three waves. If it continues down even lower, it might turn into an impulse wave to the downside, and quite a bit larger. So watch out for a lower low, a lower low. Okay? Watch out for them lower lows. Let me leave you with one more look on the micro scale at this wave that's being formed here. On the micro, we've hit the 1-to-1. We are coming back off of it. We need to see some follow through to the upside. I would really, 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 really like to see us break that high right there of 76.69. I'd like to see that high broken again from this region. If we get that broken high, that's going to be good news. This wave structure is difficult because it's straight up, has no wave delineations much, but let me remind you of the fib levels. If we get a 1-to-1 reaction from here, if we get a 1-to-1, you're looking at 78.27. If you're looking at 1276, 79, and if you're looking impulsive, you're looking at 8,000. So if you make it all the way to 8,000 from this location, guys, we're looking at impulse to the upside. There you go. There you go. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Yeah, Jason, how'd you do, buddy? Was it proof that Elliott waves? No, Elliott waves work. It's just, yeah, good question, Smooth Operator. Absolutely good question. Does Elliott wave work? Number one, it's a theory, so we apply the theory. How often do rules get broken, or how often does it appear to be invalidated? I mean, on a scale of time, I don't know, 5% or less. Very, very, very seldom. But I always say that the problem isn't Elliott wave theory so much. I think the theory is good. The problem is my application of it and my ability to separate my emotions from my interpretation. We don't want to let our emotions or our positions cloud our interpretation. We tend to want to do self-fulfilling prophecy sometimes, where we try to look and we say, okay, this is where I want the market to go. So we try to analyze the Elliott waves to go the direction we want them to go. You have to learn to disconnect yourself from that and be as neutral as possible. So yeah, so I don't I don't think it's a proof that Elliott wave doesn't work. It's just I'll put a link, K4. I'll put a link here. Hold on one second. I'll put a link down for you. Let me see here. Here's the channel, guys. It's Crypto Elliott Wave right there. Let me now I'm going to paste that link right here for you. Let me know if that link came through. Looks like it came through. All right, guys. There you go. Y'all have a fantastic day, and chill. The market always does come back. Okay. K4. I would add him to your watching. He knows a lot and has a nice perspective. He really adds a lot to the space, so I recommend him. I like Send Crypto a whole lot as well. I just found out about his channel in the last week or so, and I really like Crypto Hippo as well. He does a nice job as well. So we've got a nice little community of Elliott Wave traders who are breaking into this YouTube space. So I think if you kind of listen to us all, you'll kind of get a good, well-rounded viewpoint of the market, and that's a good thing. I'm not really in any competition with these guys. Let's see. That's right, Terry. I mean, it's subject to the interpretation of the one using it. So everything is subject, right? Everything is subjective. What we try to do is be as objective as we can. So that's a great point, buddy. Great point. All right. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. I'm going to cut the stream. Bye-bye, guys.